This is a really good anime. Some god guy makes this orb that can copy the things around it and drops it off somewhere random. It spends years as just a rock. Then moss grows on the rock and he becomes a little moss patch. Eventually, a wolf dies on that moss and he becomes a wolf. That's how Fushi was born. At the beginning of his journey, he's this emotionless, otherworldly monster. I mean, he was a fucking fungus like 2 sentences ago. But he sticks around with humans, watches them intently, and a few episodes later, he eats a little fruit that makes him happy, so he tries saying thank you. As he wanders the world, he collects little shards of what makes us all human. You're there from the first moment he learns to smile all the way up to the point where he makes his first friend. Each character is extremely flawed in some way. March is obsessed with growing up and becoming a mom, and then her village is like, okay, you're gonna be sacrificed to God. Gugu is a great kid who becomes permanently disfigured. People scream when they see the kid. Tonari is a fucking bitch and a psychopath. Isn't that lovely? Because humans are flawed and fucked up. Everyone spends what little time they have figuring shit out. Even the old people in the series are still lost. Not like Biden lost. I'm sure even now he's trying to find the White House bathroom. Characters that have had years to find themselves are still incomplete somehow. Yet, in their own fucked up way, each life Fushi encounters gives him something irreplaceable. He finds immense value in what these people are missing. March's desire to grow up is the reason Fushi falls in love with learning. Neither of them realize it, but Gugu's disfigurement taught Fushi that there's value in people beyond what you see outside. These lessons add up. Fushi grows and discovers love. To Your Eternity is defined by those moments of love and serenity. You spend some episodes with those characters I mentioned where not a whole lot happens actually. The slow episodes bury deep psychological roots that are watered by world building and moments of bonding. We spend most of an episode watching Gugu get spit on, insulted, plotted against, and cast away just for being ugly. And then he runs into Fushi, who hits him with this pure, unquestioning love, and that's where I'm like, fuck man, what the fuck? The first episode is super warm. This is what a campfire feels like. You meet this really nice boy who thinks Fushi is his dog. I don't know about you, but I like stories about a boy and his dog. They walk around, he feeds him, and the boy gives us clues into his really sad backstory. But he takes care of Fushi with a gigantic childish smile on his face as if to say, hey man, don't worry about me. Come on, that's love. The plot has to have been designed to be the most interesting shit ever. Fushi doesn't age, he recovers from any injury, and yet the story stays fresh. The antagonists of the series are supernatural creatures called knockers. They steal pieces from Fushi, the memories that make him who he is. The fights are gruesome, blood-curdling, and sad. I don't want to see this happening to my main guy. But even adversity is transmuted into something that galvanizes the cast. The constant threat of death and losing something essential brings out the best in every single character. This is where that brotherly relationship shines, and where that crazy old woman decides her purpose is to guide her new grandson no matter what. You die and you're done in rings. These people don't have powers. Some are pretty close to dying already. And yet all of these people are willing to dedicate that tiny bit of time they have towards something immortal. I think that's beautiful. Because Fushi discovers love, he encounters heartache, loss, pain. Fushi spends a lot of time with these people. You spend a lot of time with these people. He knocks down the layers these characters put up until he sees their most vulnerable pieces, with you beside him the entire time, watching. With grace, the author placed these roots, waiting for them to sprout relentless heartache. You feel sad because these characters might have made you happy or taught you something. You really are losing something when they pass. This is a journey from beginning to end. You and Fushi share ups and downs, including his pain. Is it a coincidence that when everyone in the comments began putting up walls, Fushi decided to close himself off from others shortly after? To Your Eternity masterfully conveys the raw consequences of being shackled by immortality. And at the depths of sadness, the soundtrack unleashes a whirlpool of emotion with a smothering orchestra. The environment tells the story. As blood begins to pool in the boy's face, his smiles become less and less frequent. We know it's going to happen. Through labored breaths, the body language, and small details, a whole new dimension is added to the storytelling. But To Your Eternity is not a sad anime. To say that the heavy moments weigh the story down is wrong. Each emotional low point is always eclipsed by gleeful adventure. Hurt as it may, there is always a light for Fushi to keep walking towards. That's the point. Through powerful, thought-provoking dialogue, passionately written characters, in a huge fucking budget, the anime is able to send a message by demonstration. There is meaning in our short time here.